In a few hours, two men who have never met on this stage before will share a field in New Jersey for the last time either of them may ever play a World Cup final. Lionel Messi is 38 years old. This is, by his own account and everyone else's, presumed to be his last World Cup. Lamine Yamal turned 19 6 days ago, mid-tournament, on July 13. This is presumed to be the first of many. 19 years ago, before either of those sentences meant anything, the two of them were already in the same room. We'll get to that. Call it whatever you want. A torch passing, a coincidence, a story YouTube's algorithm is going to serve you 50 different ways today. We're going to do it the way we do everything else here. The numbers, the money, the actual verified record. Then you decide what it means. Argentina opened Group J at Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City, 3-0 over Algeria, a Messi hat-trick. 6 days later in Dallas, 2-0 over Austria. Messi scored twice. The second of those goals passed Miroslav Klose's all-time World Cup scoring record, a mark that had stood since 1966. 3-1 over Jordan, AT&T Stadium. Group J won undefeated. The knockout rounds: 3-2 over Cape Verde after extra time, 3-2 over Egypt, 3-1 over Switzerland, again after extra time. Then, July 15, Atlanta, 2-1 over England, in the same 37 minutes this channel already covered from England's side. Through that semi-final, Messi's tournament: 8 goals, 4 assists. 2 of those assists came in the England game itself, feeding both the equalizer and the winner. Zoom out from just this tournament. 21 career World Cup goals, second all-time. Kylian Mbappé passed him for the record with 2 goals in yesterday's third-place match, taking his own total to 22. Messi still holds the World Cup assists record, 12 career assists, a mark that stood since 1966. 3 prior titles, 1978, 1986, and 2022 in Qatar. 474 goals in La Liga, the most anyone has ever scored in that league. Whatever happens at 3 o'clock today, those career numbers are already locked in. Messi isn't chasing his own scoring record this afternoon. Mbappé already has it. What today decides is something else, whether Messi's Argentina lifts a 4th World Cup or closes the book without one. Spain opened Group H in Atlanta with a scoreless draw against Cape Verde, whose 40-year-old goalkeeper Vozinha made 8 saves on 27 Spanish shots. 6 days later, 4-0 over Saudi Arabia. The 10th minute of that match is the actual answer to a question a lot of people are getting wrong today: Lamine Yamal's first goal of this World Cup. 1-0 over Uruguay in Guadalajara off a defensive error. Spain topped the group undefeated, 7 points, nothing conceded. 3-0 over Austria in the round of 32. Then, July 6 in Dallas, a stoppage-time winner over Portugal. Mikel Merino, assisted by Ferran Torres, in what was also Cristiano Ronaldo's final World Cup match. 2-1 over Belgium in the quarter-final, Yamal drawing the defenders that opened the space for the winning goal. Then, July 14, Dallas. 2-0 over France in the semi-final, Yamal himself won the penalty Oyarzabal converted. Some of what Yamal is carrying into today: verified. Youngest player to 100 Barcelona appearances. Youngest ever to score in an El Clasico. UEFA's Young Player of the Tournament at Euro 2024, where he tied the all-time record for assists in a single Euros. At the same age, Messi had 9 professional appearances. Ronaldo had 19. Yamal has already passed both. But Yamal doesn't walk out there alone. This team wasn't built around 2 headline names. It was assembled, piece by piece, over years, and some of those pieces cost nothing at all. Pau Cubarsí, centre-back, 19 years old, 0 transfer fee. Barcelona's academy signed him at 11. He made his first-team debut the day before his 17th birthday. Against Portugal in the round of 16, the coaching staff handed him the single hardest defensive assignment in the tournament, marking Cristiano Ronaldo in Ronaldo's final World Cup match. Manager Luis de la Fuente's own words: absolute confidence. Cubarsí played every single minute of this entire World Cup. He's one of the youngest players to ever do that. Unai Simón, the goalkeeper, 29 years old, and by some measures having a rough season for his club. Spain had other options: a Premier League Golden Glove winner, a reigning La Liga champion between the posts. De La Fuente kept Simón anyway. His reasoning, on the record: it would be unfair if we didn't value Unai Simón's quality, class, career, and professional experience. That bet paid off with the actual Golden Glove of this World Cup: 7 clean sheets, a tournament record, 1 goal conceded in the entire competition before today. Mikel Merino, Real Sociedad sold him to Arsenal for £31 million in 2024. Spain's coaching staff already knew what they had. He'd scored a stoppage-time winner for this country at Euro 2024. In the round of 16 here, on as a substitute, he scored again in stoppage time, the goal that ended Cristiano Ronaldo's World Cup. Ferran Torres. Valencia sold him to Manchester City for €23 million. City sold him to Barcelona 18 months later for €65 million. Spain has used him almost entirely off the bench this tournament. Whatever this final still needs, he's the substitute they keep turning to. And Nico Williams. Barcelona tried to sign him twice, 2024, then again in 2025, prepared to pay a €58 million release clause. Twice he stayed at Athletic Club instead and re-signed through 2035. Loyalty, on the record, at actual market cost. None of these players needed to be famous before today. They needed to be exactly where they are right now. Whatever happens this afternoon, that's the team that got Spain here.
Late 2007, a charity calendar for UNICEF and the Spanish newspaper Sport tied to the FC Barcelona Foundation. Half the proceeds went to children's rights projects. The photographer staged it in a Camp Nou dressing room. A 20-year-old Lionel Messi sat with an infant, 5-6 months old, in a small blue plastic bathtub, helping the baby's mother bathe him for the shot. A real bath, real water, a staged charity photo, not a private family moment. Genuine, all the same. That infant was Lamine Yamal. Neither of them could have known what today would be. That's not a metaphor we're building. It's a photograph that exists, verified, from before either of their careers began.
Here's the part most of today's coverage will skip. FIFA's total prize pool for this World Cup, $871 million, a record. The winner today takes home $50 million. The runner-up takes $33 million. Losing this specific afternoon costs a federation $17 million, on top of everything else. By squad market value, this isn't even a close final on paper. Spain's 26 players are valued at €1.22 billion. Argentina's squad, €807 million. Spain is fielding the more expensive team by close to €500 million. But here's the number that actually matters more. The two most valuable squads in this entire tournament, France at €1.52 billion and England at €1.36 billion, the team we already covered losing to Argentina, are both home. Neither of them made this final. The two teams on the field today are the third and fourth most valuable rosters in the competition, not the two richest. Money bought neither team a guaranteed seat at this game. It bought them a chance. Today decides the rest.
3 o'clock this afternoon, MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Argentina chasing a fourth title and back-to-back cups. Spain chasing their second, 16 years after their first in 2010. A 38-year-old with nothing left to prove against a 19-year-old with everything still to. Full time, after extra time, Spain 1, Argentina 0. Spain's second World Cup title, their first since 2010. The goal came in the 106th minute. Porro's cross to the back post, Williams' knockback. Ferran Torres, a substitute, on for less than an hour, finishing into the roof of the net. Torres became only the fifth substitute ever to score in a World Cup final. ESPN's own broadcast panel called it plainly. Dan Thomas. Spain in the end deservedly get the victory and defeat Argentina. It was Ferran Torres' well-taken goal that proved to be the difference between the two sides. Here's what that difference actually looked like in the numbers. Argentina finished the match with 2 shots total, none in regular time. Both came in extra time. Their first shot of the entire final didn't arrive until the 100th minute. Enzo Fernandez was sent off in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Emiliano Martinez made 11 saves just to keep the margin at 1. Lionel Messi's presumed final World Cup ends without this trophy. Lamine Yamal's first World Cup ends with a winner's medal. At 19, the age Messi had 9 professional appearances. Yamal didn't score the winning goal. He didn't need to. This was a team that won it. $50 million for Spain, $33 million for Argentina. And the number from before kickoff that actually held up. Spain's €1.22 billion roster outspent Argentina's by close to €500 million. And on the day, the more expensive team is the one going home with the trophy. ESPN's reporter on the ground wasn't outside a stadium. She was in Mataró, in Rocafonda, the neighborhood that gave Yamal his postcode celebration, where the local park was closed off because 10,000 people showed up to watch on a screen. Most of the kids there had never seen Spain win a World Cup before. The last one was 16 years ago, in Johannesburg, before any of them were born. Worth saying plainly, since we don't editorialize past what the evidence supports, this wasn't Yamal's best tournament individually. He'd missed 2 months with a hamstring injury coming in, and the broadcast panel's own read was that he wasn't the sharpest he's been. A real, honest caveat, not a knock.
Spain won this with its defense, with Cubarsí, still a teenager himself, with a goalkeeper the manager trusted over two others with stronger reputations, and with substitutes who kept changing games late. It's a team that won a World Cup. In a park in Mataró tonight, that's exactly how it's being celebrated.
If you value data-driven, impartial reporting, we follow the money, not the politics. Subscribe to National Ledger Report. More as it develops.